No more waiting. The airbox is finally out. We did it. So let's get to it. I want to describe you everything about the product, and I know that a lot of time has gone by. I mean, we started the development 3 years ago for the GR Yaris Airbox, and I've been testing it for 3 years on my car. The problem wasn't with the airbox itself, but it was with production and market. So what did I think? I thought that if I were to do it in carbon, what would have happened, it would have just been another airbox in the 1,000, 1,500 euro bracket that just wouldn't have made a difference on the other ones, although the performance is a bit better. But, you know, in the end, I would have been a small brand, because yes, we are new, that was going against Aventuria and many other big brands, and I don't think I could have made such a difference. So what did we do? We industrialized it. So this means that making it in Italy, not China, okay, you know me, we are stamping this airbox in plastic material. Actually, given my background in engineering as a business manager and many years in this sector, I know all the best suppliers. So this supplier that is now producing our airbox for us is the same that produces many parts even for Lamborghini. And in fact, the material we are using, that also has like a nice rugged finish to it, is a material that is used in certain air tubes within a given Lamborghini engine bay. So I can't give you all the details, but yeah, this is what is happening. So highest quality, best product. As usual, you're accustomed to the quality of our products, and we didn't want to let you down by none this time. What happened today? So we opened the pre-orders. So the airbox will be shipping at the beginning of June. I do not have an exact day. So if you pre-order your airbox today or in any day from here to the beginning of June, you're gonna get an additional discount to thank you for supporting me in bringing this to the market, because mass production, of course, is a huge investment, and I've done this all out of my pocket. And as you know, I started the business also in Gran Canaria, so it's a lot. But you can guarantee yourself the first lot. The second reason is because in this way, we can understand how many to produce in the first lot. It will be possible to produce many lots in time. Hopefully, we will be able to produce just larger lots in order to get the product flowing on the market. And I'm very, very positive that as soon as it gets out, it will get very, very good reviews from everybody, because we've been, as I said, testing it for 3 years, and it's just working well. So let's get into the specifics. Why is this airbox so good, in my opinion, of course? Without talking of the others, let's just talk of ourselves. So first thing is the laminar airflow. So we have a panel filter that crosses the air exactly at 90 degrees. So the air comes through this filter, and it is the same filter as you find in the stock GR Yaris. You have an option when you buy to get an SF sprint filter air filters. As you know me, I did all my research, and I just wanted the best of the best solution on the market. If you get an SF filter with it, you will get the box you saw, and you will get this beautiful sprint filter with its own package in P08 material. What is special about this material? So basically, I've always been using cotton filters. I had tried to use sponge filters in the past, and I tried even once on the Yaris, terrible experience. And the cotton filters that I have an example of here, as you can see, you cannot see through it, or only slightly, because this cotton, in fact, is basically two weaves of cotton put one on top of the other and then blocked within the net. This does not filter much, because the weave of cotton is quite let's say, large, and therefore the only way to get this to filter all the particles is to spread it with oil. So this oil, of course, does not let air through. And this is the problem of cotton filters. Also, they degrade because they are just cotton like my t-shirt, but another weave, of course. They degrade over time, and therefore you're gonna have to, I mean, if you use it intensely, you're gonna have to replace it maybe after the second or third wash. It starts to get a bit dodgy. You could, I mean, continue using it, but the filtering power goes by. So what has SF Filters done? Sprint Filters has done engineering research, that is what I love, and now you're seeing the P08 material, and this material basically is a polyester weave. So it's a tech material, a new generation material that is weaved by machines at micron dimension. So from .80 to .35, depending on which one they have, they weave this on high quality new generation materials in a way that the weave itself is so small that you don't need to use any oil. So it's only the new high-gen, new tech material that makes a difference here, without any oil, where here you can flow something like 2,500 liters per minute on a square meter. Here you go up to 5,000, and this is the base P08 material that we use. Then we have also a P08 F1 material, and you can see my face through it. Once again, look at the cotton. This is the cotton, and this is the F1. Look at the difference. And this is the P08 you find in our airbox. You can still see me through there. Just this is obviously a very stupid check, but this is what I can do from behind the camera. I mean, so these filters can be washed as many times as you want without washing them. You just spray compressed air on them and it's done. So they even come, and this is very rare, with a 2-year warranty. There is actually in the box, there is a warranty slip for 2 years of warranty on any manufacturing defects. But the material itself and the filter itself is something that lasts, let's say, outlasts the life of the car, because if you don't physically break it with a stone or by misuse, the material, being new generation, just will outlast the life of the car. And this is what we were looking for. So laminar airflow that meets a very high quality filter and then goes through our airbox. You can use the stock paper filter that you get on your GR Yaris if you wish so. You can use whatever stock size filter. We are offering this because I believe this is the best product. The airbox has been designed to pick up air at the front of the car, exactly in the stock location, but it has been designed as a Venturi tube, therefore allowing for the turbo to use the original duct that is perfect up to 500 horsepower and has bigger strength and air velocity to suck the air in through the filter, okay, no matter what filter you're using. And then it's got a first part with a MAF holder that we are printing in 3D using the same best printers in the world that we are using for our aero kits. So you know the quality of this. And this was the only way that we could have had up to the point decimal of millimeter, the perfect fit for our MAF sensor. And everybody knows how important. I mean, if you don't transform your car and therefore you're like using a Cybex and going in speed density, the MAF is king. And even small variations make a big difference. I've been working with Acme a lot in the years, and we have seen a lot of other airboxes. and the readings on the mass sensors are not consistent. And this means that the fuel mixture doesn't become consistent, the tuning is not consistent, and this means that you have to run the car richer or anyways leave horsepower down because it's just not consistent in the readings. And nowadays these engines are hyper electronic, and either it's perfect or it's not. So this cone with the filter housing is printed in 3D, and the rest of the part is stamped in plastic. The larger front part is divided in two, and the rear part is only one, and then it's mated by interference and glued with the cylinder that contains the MAF holding. On the lower section you will find a sheet metal component that is where it goes on hooks to the car's original mounting points of the airbox. So you can install this airbox on your own at home, basically with one screwdriver, and you can do this in, if you've never done it before, in less than half an hour you've done it. The only thing is to either decide if to delete the original airbox's flappy filter actuator, or just the way we do it, zip tie it. So take it off the original airbox and just zip tie it into a location that is safe in the engine bay. Take out the original airbox, reuse the MAF sensor, place it correctly, and you're in really no time whatsoever. And in order to change the air filter in and out, you can do this even without moving anything through the engine, and it's going to be fine. I have been receiving various questions that I have addressed individually, but I will talk to you about water. So if water is coming in the airbox, and this is quite normal, and I'm talking of rainwater, of course. If you're crossing a river, you can't do that. But if we're talking of rain, this is not a problem. Especially if you're using the Sprint filter, it's not a problem. What happens is the water vaporizes. Actually, it increases a bit your power in the rain for the way it works with admission air, because it makes it cooler and vaporized water. If you're using a stock paper filter, it will still work, but the filter will clog up a bit. And I have tested it, as I said, on my own car. It still does work with no problems, and also cotton filters still work. So I don't know, BMC, K&N, whatever, I've tested them all. It still works under heavy rain and in freezing conditions. So there is no problem whatsoever. This solution we have here is superior product, but anything works. So if you want to jump in on our train and support us, the Airbox will for sure give you, if not the overall best, one of the best performances that you will find on the market. And I up to 500 horsepower, I'm sure that we will have the best. We are going to do more back-to-back tests in Italy at Acme with the Venturi and all of that, because there's so many false myths and so many people that are reselling these Venturi boxes in the world and making reviews that have numbers that are not the ones that we have seen. But anyways, we want to make it, and Acme still is independent, so they will put it on the dyno. And if you know any other good shop in the world and you would like to see an independent review by them, I have got no problems to send out an Airbox prior to agreement for a review that is independent totally, that is nothing to do with me. So please support me, and I'm gonna see you very soon with new content, because I want you to hear the noise that it makes, and it's really, really good and really strong induction noise, both accelerating and coming off the gas. You're gonna notice it very much indeed. So for today, that's all, and please go to PIRAS Motorsport and get your pre-order. The link is here in the description. Ciao.